Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayanandam Sadgurum Brahma Vidparam. Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padambujanmane Savila Samaha Moha Graha Graseka Karmane. To a Jivan Mukta, the world does not have any intrinsic reality, and therefore he is unaffected by what happens. Bhagavan Krishna puts it in a different way. Yasmatna udvichate lokaha, lokatna udvichate chayaha. He who is not disturbed by the world, one who does not disturb the world. Why? Because he has recognized the Advaita nature of the reality, and anything Dvaitam is Mithya, and it does not have any reality for me to react. If I have seen you in my dream carrying a weapon and to destroy me, let us say, then when I wake up and you're standing next to me, what do I do with you? Huh? How dare you carry a weapon and try to kill me? You will ask, who? The one whom I saw in my dream, you carrying a weapon to kill me. So do I take a revenge on a person whom I dreamt in the real world? If you do that, then there is something seriously wrong with you, not the world. In the same way, one who has seen the unreality of everything, and everything that is supposed to have even the characteristics of different kinds are also Maya Kritam Eva, the essential reality of everything remaining the same as Adhisthana Brahma Satswarupa. And nothing can remain without that. And that alone is true, having realized that what would the world of plurality will do to him? Sad Advaitat in 99, Sad Advaitat Pratak Bhute Dvaite Bhumyadi Rupini Taddadartha Kriyaloke Yatadrishta Tadeva Sa. He will have a pragmatic vision, a most practical vision as before. Yatadrishta Purve Yatadrishta Tata Eva Urdve Api. Jnana udayadanantaram, Jnana udayad urdhvam, Jnana udayad urdhvam tasya purushasya vijnasya. And the reaction of by that person, what it will be? Upadesha in this Saddarshanam Bhagavan, Brahmana Maharshi says, Ajnasya Vijnasya Vishwamasti. Ajnasya Abhi Vishwamasti, Vijnasya Abhi Vishwamasti. For the one who is ignorant also the world is. For the one who has become wise also the world is. And he goes on to say, Ajnasya lokameva satyam. For the ajnaha, for the ignorant, the world, Vishwameva satyam. Tad vidiriktam, other than that, there is nothing that he considers as real. Ajnasya atma eva satyam. For Vijnasya atma eva satyam, na Vishwam. For the man of wisdom, Atman alone is reality and nothing else. So, the perception of a man of knowledge about the world is definitely different from the man of ignorance, but both of them live in the same place. The way they look at it, the way they will interact with that, transact with that, is going to go through a world of change. But there is no difference in the form of whether they will live, he will continue to live in this world or not. There is no doubt at all. He will continue to live. So, even as the eyes will continue to see the same forms only, nose will smell the same thing only, but will not have any reaction in the mind. Mujhe ye chahiye, this I want to possess, this I want to own, this I want to secure, this I want to, don't give it to anybody, I want to hide it, I want to protect it. Now tell me, would you, in your cupboard, you have a lock and key. A cupboard is there that has a lock and key. If there is nothing in the cupboard, will you lock and key? Lock it? Secure it, put the key in the pocket. What do you have in the cupboard? Nothing. Then why are you putting it in there? What is the point even locking it? In the same way, when you have no importance to this world, how much you would like to own it and possess it and feel proud about even if you own it. Uska, it's vyartam eva. Vittam vyartam. So, therefore, even as the other philosophers will talk about in so many different ways, about the world, about its reality, about whether it is true or false, all that, for a man of knowledge, thereafter there is such arguments are of no use. So therefore in the next verse he says, Sankhya Kanada Bodhadyaihi Jagat Bedo Yata Yata Utprekshate Neka Yuktya Bhavatvesha Tata Tata. Sankhyakanada Bodhadyaihi Jagat Bedo Yata Yata Utprekshate Neka Yuktya Bhavatvesha Tata Tata. Sankhya Kanada Bodha Adyaihi. So Sankhyans are those who can be considered as the present day scientist kind of category, who are interested in categorizing matter and spirit as different, and they give reality to both the spirit and matter, and they say the experiencer and experienced, these two are two different things, and they come together to constitute an experience, and both have equal reality. Vaisheshikas, on the other hand, they talk about the more into details about the Vishayas and then the Gunas, Vishesha, Guna, Vishesha, etc. Buddhists of two types, one those who believe in Kshanikavada and those who believe in Shunyavada. And there are so many others also. And they only talk about the multiplicity of the universe. Jagat Veda. Yata Yata, according to their own established philosophies, and Utprekshate, they keep talking and bringing out their own viewpoints, Aneka Yuktya, through various kinds of logical arguments. Bhavatu Esha, Tata Tata, whatever they like, let it be so. So, where is the question of arguing with them when they have their own viewpoints, and based upon that they are happily doing that? We have no interest in that. Once it so happened, suddenly I got knocked at the door. I went and then looked at it. Yes, sir, one person was standing. And he suddenly immediately asked, do you believe in Christ? I don't understand your question. Do you believe Christ as God? Of course, yes. Oh, you are a Hindu or a Christian? I am a Hindu. You believe in Christ as God? Yeah. So what about all other gods? They are also gods. Everybody is included. No problem with us. He went away because he couldn't understand how can you say everybody is possible. Because Hinduism is all inclusive. All philosophies are allowed. But from the standpoint of Vedanta, then according to their own understanding, let them be. It doesn't disturb the one who knows the truth. One who has realized the ultimate truth as one, does he argue with all others for what? Because they themselves are illusory. Why should I argue with them? So, this world is true only at the level of transactional reality. Vyavaharika satta eva vishwasya sattatvam. Satyatva of Vishwam is Vyavaharikam. Vyavahara bhumau Vishwam asti. Paramartha bhumau Vishwam nasti eva. So in the Vyavahara bhumi, he doesn't react to this. Okay, let it be so. And there are so many people who are, very well scholarly. They have studied different philosophies. And they keep on arguing, debates, this, that. See, one who really wants to know the truth, he does not engage in all these debates and deliberations. He will do sadhana and realize it. He knows that is the only thing that, by debating and winning over somebody, will you reach the truth? No. Then, what's the point? And therefore, here, continuing on the same point, he says, Avajnadam sadadvaitam Nishankair anyavadibihi Evam kakshadismakam Taddadvaidam avajanatam. Avajnadam sadadvaitam nishankair anyavadibihi evam kakshadirasmakam tadadvaidam avajanatam. These people who are arguing about the reality of the world, they do not know. They have completely disregarded avajnatam. What? Sad advaitam. The reality which is one without a second. One without a second, why do you say that? Because it is absolute pure existence without which nothing can remain. As Ramana Maharshi says, Satpratyaya kimnu vihaya sandam. Satpratyaya kimnu. How can there be experience of existence of anything without the principle of existence? If you don't exist, how do you know anything exists? If you are not conscious, how do you know anything is conscious? Anything is present in front of you or behind you or anywhere? इसी तरह से आनंद भी ऐसा ही होगा. आनंद वस्तु में नहीं है, क्योंकि जो सत्य सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप है तू, you are that very you who is of the nature of happiness alone can experience the joy of anything. Think. An object cannot enjoy the presence of another object. Two inert things, can they enjoy their company? Me, the Atman whose nature is Ananda alone are capable of experiencing any object, if at all I experience joy in that. So joy cannot be experienced with the one or by the one who does not have the enlivening principle of existence, consciousness, bliss. So I being the Atman being the one who is of this nature, having disregarded that, avijnatam, avajnatam, sad advaitam, and nishankaihi, without any doubt, with so much of firmness, anyavadibihi, by all other philosophers, when they hold on to this, evam kakshadihi asmakam. What harm will it create to us? Who knows that absolute nature of that reality? Tad advaitam avajanatam. Those who do not know what harm they can create to us. To us who have understood this. The taste of the pudding is in the eating. How much ever you explain it, it doesn't really convince me. Right? If how much ever you may be an expert in the cooking of a particular dish, until I taste, I cannot acknowledge what you say is right. Everybody praises you. First thing I'll ask, all of you praise, but give me an example. Then I will know what they are talking about you. So instead of talking and arguing about things, why not you silently find out whether what you are saying is real or what is real. Experiencing that real, then you will know all that you have done, all that you have argued are false. That is why this experiential knowledge which is only knowledge which can be experienced alone, to be considered as the pramana. With the anubhava pramana alone, one can definitely vouch for it, not by argumentation. Nayam atma balahinena labhya na medaya na bahuna shrutena yamai veshavanade tena labhya tasyesha atma vivrunade tanum swam. Is it not? Na ayam atma balahinen labhya. One who does not have the strength, spiritual strength, he cannot experience this. He cannot know it. Na medaya, not by remembering some words. Na bahuna shrutena, not by listening to too many of the lectures. Yam eva esha vrunate, one who chooses this only, exclusively, tena labhyaha, by him alone it is obtained. Tasya, to that person, esha atma, this self, vivrunate, reveals itself, swayam. So exclusively when you pick it, when you choose this and this alone, and then only the experience is possible. Like Nachiketa did. Exclusively chose, nothing else I need. To the one who chooses exclusively will be chosen. It is a two-way street there. If you choose, the truth will choose you. If you don't choose, it will also not choose. And I say that it doesn't matter. And then Bhagavan says, if it doesn't matter to me also. If you want to remain in the matter, it doesn't matter to me. Tasya esha atma vivrunade tanum swam. So therefore, even if they argue about this and that, evam kakshatihi, what is the harm for us? Those blind people who are talking and describing about the beauty of a flower, whereas you, the one who has opened the eyes and saw it, and whatever they say will be useless, will be false. Isn't it? That is why Bhagavan says, he who is awake when others are asleep, what does it mean? What others don't see, has seen it. Is it not in the second chapter of Gita? Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyatu munehe. So what he sees, what is daytime for him, it's all night for us. Meaning we don't see it. But what we consider as true and broad light, as though it is a real daytime, we see all this, the whole world, he has understood and left that is dark. That is something which I don't need to worry about. So that is the nature of a person who has really understood the Sad Advaitam. Dvaitavajnastu sthita chet Advaiteti sthira bhavet Stairyetasya pumaneshah Jivan mukta idiryate Dvaitavajna sustita chet Advaite dhistira bhavet Stairyetasya pumaneshah Jivan mukta idiryate. Jivan muktaha kaha? Who is a Jivan mukta? First thing is, he says very clearly, Dihi sthira bhavet. The intellect is completely firm. About what? Advaite. In the non-dual nature of the reality, in that Dihi sthira bhavet. When the mind has completely established in that. Di buddhihi. And sustita, very well established. In what? Dvaita avajna. disregarding the duality, ignoring or disregarding the possibility of the duality. Today also in the Amrita Bindu Upanishad portion, I was talking about the Karika, which quotes Mandukya Karika. You see, he says the duality, what we perceive about the world being different from me, is as same as the mind which sees the dream. Yata swapne dvayabhasam. In the swapne, in the state of dream where you see the world, and the one who sees the world is the one who created that world also. Mana eva karta, mana eva bhokta. Karta api bhokta api eki eva, ekameva mana. It says tata eva jagrata avasthayam api. The mind that is creating the world of dream is the same mind which is enjoying that or experiencing that world. In the same way, he says, jagrata avasthayam api tata eva. The world that is experienced as well as the world that is the one who is experiencer of the world is one and the same. So, the mind is real or the world is real. The question is, mind is real or the world is real? Both are unreal because when one is there, only the other one is coming into experience. मन है तो विश्व भी है, मन नहीं है विश्व भी नहीं है. Who creates who? Obviously, Manaha is none other than disguised nature of Atman. It is not the world that creates the mind. The mind is awake. The world is apparently experienced by the mind which creates it. Just like in the dream, it is not the dream is there created and then you get into it. No. As soon as the dream begins, you are also, as a dreamer, is already there. It is a dreamer who creates the dream out of himself. In the same way, when you wake up from the deep sleep, the very waking world is created as even the mind comes into being. When you say the world, including this body, as soon as you wake up, previous day you didn't have proper dinner, let us say. When you wake up, immediately you will feel hungry. Now tell me, the hunger that you feel was there during the deep sleep or not? You can only say, I don't know. So when you wake up, the hunger starts. Is it so? The body, I am the body, aham deha iti vrittihi. As soon as you come to have the mind opened up, ahankara udaye, at the time ahankara starts, sarva vrittayaha abhi jayante. All of them at the same time arise. I am hungry. I have to do this. I am this. I have to finish this. All the entire world opens up. So, just like in the sleep and the state of dream, the manaha and the swapna, it's not different at all. It is one itself is acting as two, double act. In the same way, jagrata avasthayam api mana eva karta, mana eva bhokta, mana eva vishwam. So, where is the Dvaitam here. That's why Dvaita Avajna Sustita. When that Dvaita Bhava is completely annihilated here, Chet Advaite Stira Bhavet. When in that non-dual nature the intellect becomes very well established, Tasyaha Stairye, in that firm continuous abidance, Puman Eshaha, this person who is the liberated one, Jivan Mukta iti yate. He is referred, he is known as or is called as Jivan Mukta. Jivan api muktah, Jivite api muktah. Liberated in life, liberated while living. Liberated means what here? Dvaita bhavat muktah. Dvaita jagatah muktah. From that very dualistic nature of this world, dvandva abhava, dvandva atitah, ityadi. Now such a person, when he had thus realized there is no duality here, including the physical body which is part and parcel of the Vishwam only, and for such a person, when he had to meet the world of experiences based upon or created by the prarabdha, he will not fight with it. Let it be. Let it happen. And when such a person is ready to leave the physical body, he had no regrets about it. Because it is already seen by him as a merely external garb, which is a product of the prarabdha. And that's why Bhagavan here quotes in Bhagavad Gita, he quotes Bhagavad Gita, this state of Jivan Mukti is where a person is liberated at the dawn of this knowledge, and the dawn of the knowledge is called Antakala. Or it can be the state of leaving the body, physical body, finally, after the prarabdha is over. He quotes from the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter. It comes, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta-kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Titva Syamanta-kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Exactly the same statement from 72nd, the last verse in second chapter. Esha sthitihi, Esha Jivan Mukti sthitihi, Brahmi sthitihi, is the Brahmanhood. He Partha, Enam sthitim prapya, having obtained this very sthiti, the state, na vimuhyati, he cannot be deluded by anything else. His mind cannot be occupied with anything else. Asyam antakalepi sthitva, even at the last moment, if he is able to get this realization, antakale api asyam antakalepi sthitva, Brahma nirvanameva richati. Richati, reaches, obtains. Brahma nirvanam, the state of Brahmanhood, The oneness with Brahman. Nirvana means, Vana means, and it's Vabayoho Vedaha. Vabayoho Abedaha. So Va can be replaced by Ba, can be replaced by Ba. So Vana means Bana also. Nirbana. Nirbana. And Nirbana is a shaft. Arrow. The arrows of ignorance no more hurting. That's called Nirbana. Vana means fire. The fire of ignorance is no more. Therefore, Nirvana. And this Nirbana is used in Buddhism as Nibbana. Nibbana. And they become Japan. Later on, it became Japan also. Nippon. Earlier the name was Nippon. They cannot pronounce the conjunct consonants usually. Nirbana become Nibbana. Dharma become Dhamma. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam. Dhammam means Dharma. So those they don't pronounce. Like in Punjab also, Karma they cannot say. Karam. Dharma, Dharam. Varma, Varam. Sharma, Sharam. So, anyway, here, Brahma Nirvanam. So, the state of oneness with the Brahman where the ignorance is no more extinct. The fire of ignorance is extinguished. Nirvanam Richati. Esha Brahmi Sthiti. This is considered as the Sthiti or state of being Brahman. Antakale api Sthitva. Bhagavan assures even the last moment of your life. You have given chance up to that point. Even the last moment of your life, if you are able to do this. Then one would say, okay, let me wait for the last moment. No, wait for why I need to do anything important here. So a person who is waiting till the last moment to get the knowledge may get Videha Mukti. One who is able to get it before that gets a Jivan Mukti. The last minute of your life, if you get it, then thereafter where is a Jivanam is not there. You are not living anymore, but you leave the body for good, no return. So that is called Videha Mukti, Videha, without the body. So in the Sapta Bhumau, in the Yoga Vasishta, the last three are considered as the Jivan Mukti Lakshana. Out of the 7. The first 4 of them are, out of the first 3 are sadhanas. The 4th one is considered as the person who is eligible for Videha Mukti. The last 3 portions, the last 3 bhumis are considered as the state of Jivan Mukti. We'll see some other time the details of that. So it is already an advanced course that we might have already covered that. So Jivan Mukti is possible only when such an individual gains this knowledge while living and not while leaving. But that person who has gained the Tattva Jnanam is eligible for Videha Mukti. And that's why Bhagavan says, even if the last moment you get it, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha, na enam prapya vimuhyati. Having got this, he is not going to be deluded any further. And Sthitva asyam antakale api. Even as. So now, if you say that if a person gets this, he is not getting deluded, means what? the Sanchita and Agami karmas cannot bring him back to any form. That is what it means. Sanchita and Agami karmas, which otherwise will cause the birth, next birth, that is what is called the delusion here. Not only that he will not be deluded by the world anymore, but also his Sanchita and Agami karmas will come to an end because of that very knowledge. Thereafter, the rebirth is not there. That is why I said even the last moment if he gets it, then there is a Videha Mukti. There is no Punarjanma na vidyate tasya. Otherwise, Gurudev used to say, no, we, while living in this world, in the absence of our knowledge, you know what we are doing? Seriously? Preparing for the next birth. Gathering momentum for the next birth. This is what we are doing right now. Whatever you want to gather. Why? Next birth ke liye I am already getting ready now. All the impressions and all the vasanas which are being gathered in the absence of knowledge, what we are doing is we are getting ready by preparing ourselves with all the various desires that are to be fulfilled for the next birth. We are getting it. In this birth, whatever you are not able to experience and enjoy, so though you want to enjoy, is not available to you. So what is going to happen with those thoughts? Do you think it will disappear? They are getting stored. Getting ready for blueprint of the next birth. That is why he always would say, exhaustion of the vasanas and no more new vasanas. Exhaust the existing vasanas and no more acquiring new vasanas is the sure way to end it. So we have to see whether we are really exhausting or not. And the easiest way to exhaust is the knowledge. And not knowledge about this or that. That one knowledge, blanket, it will remove everything. Don't you want that? Instead of going through every one of them. If one thing can remove all the existing vasanas, exhaust everything, would you not go for that? It is, in other words, in a computer language, if you want to put, reformat. Reformat the system, finished. Reformat, complete, everything is gone. Not removing one file, one after. No. You don't know where and all it is hiding. So, the Vedanta Jnanam, what it would do is, he reformat the entire process, finished, over. Nothing is left behind. If you leave few of them, I think this is nice, let it be there. Then definitely it will cause the rebirth. Esha brahmi sthiti partha nainam prapya vimuhyati stitva syamantakaalepi brahma nirvana mrichati. Now this antakal ka kya matlab hai? What is this antakal? Is it death? No. You can take it as death also, but as Gurudev would put, death of the ego, death of the individual. You're not talking about the physical death. So that is said here in the next verse. Sadadve te nrite dvaite yadanyonyaikya vikshanam tasyanta kalastad beda buddhireva na cetaraha sadadvaite nrite dvaite yadanyonyaikya vikshanam tasyanta kalastad beda buddhireva na cetaraha. Sad Advaite, their reality which is non-dual, Dvaite Anrite, the illusory nature of this duality, Yat Anyonya Aiksha Vikshanam. Presently, we have a, Gurudev would say that it is called unholy wedlock. The non-dual nature of Atman and the dualistic nature of the world of matter is as though they are coming together. Tasya antakalaha. The end of that moment. Tad Beda Buddhihi, by differentiation of Advaita as untouched by the Dvaita Adhyas. Eva, that alone is called Antakala. Nacha itaraha, not the physical death. Not Deha Tyaga. It is Dvaita Tyaga. इसका मतलब यह है कि द्वैत त्याग करो, देह त्याग हो जाएगा. देह त्याग करना क्या? It will happen anyways. Dvaita Tyaga. Dvaitam anrutam iti jnatva. Knowing that it is false. Otherwise it won't go. What false is false only. FALLS is FALSC only. That does not fall. It is not false. That false. That is false. Swamiji, you are very confused. And I am not saying anything. That's the same thing. Jo padati, yah padati, that which is subject to falling, and that which is subject to failing, yo badate, tad badaniya hai. Whatever is falsified to be, whatever is false to be falsified. Now, so, Advaite, Anrite, Dvaite, Sad Advaite, Anrite, Dvaite, these two, yad Anyonya, Aikya Vikshana, that is the to be ended. See, the two words you should understand very clearly is Adhyasa and Adhyaropa. Adhyasa is happening. Adhyaropa, you make it happen. See, I'll explain this little, then you will understand. In Vedanta, the cause of the problem is Adhyasa. Adhyasa means superimposition. Superimposition, we already are doing it. In what way? Asmin dehe atma buddhi. Anatmani atma buddhi adhyasa. In that which is not the self, we are projecting the notion of the self. Uska naam hai adhyasa. So adhyasa, you are not doing consciously. Unconsciously you are doing it. Well, I don't know whether I told you this. You see, on the other day, I was in somebody's house. I think in another class I told this. I don't remember where it was. Anyways, I was in somebody's house and the lady was preparing food. And then I started to eat. And there was a big sound in the kitchen. Said, what is happening? So the lady came, no, so nothing, Swamiji. Said, nothing. You eat. I said, okay, ate. So, and then I was curious. Why? What is going on there? So after I finished the eating and went through the kitchen. What is that happened here? No, nothing, Swamiji. It's okay. No, tell me what it is. No, forget it. It's nothing. No, you tell me what is it. No, we prepared one more dish for you, but bringing out, it was hot. Then the person was bringing, she slipped and the whole thing fell. So it all got wasted. Yeah, it was not blessed enough to have you to eat. Okay. So forget it. Oh, what is that you made? No, forget it, Swamiji. Then I turned around to her and said, if I have to forget, I should know what I am forgetting. You keep on saying forget. What should I forget? So suddenly the thought came to me, हमको आत्मा विस्मृति हो गया है कि नहीं? आत्म विस्मृति एव अविद्या. Now when you say avidya, what does it mean? We have ignored, forgotten ourselves. Now बात यह है कि majority of the people don't even know what they have forgotten. वेदांत पढ़ने के पहले आपको मालूम है क्या आपको विस्मृति हो गया? What you have forgotten, you do know? So only the Guru or the Vedanta Shastra has told us, you have forgotten yourself. क्या है वो? Say, I don't even know what it is. आपका सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप आप विस्मृति हो गए. क्या? What? Sat? What? So we don't even know what it is. So our avidya don't even know that it is avidya. That is a peculiar thing of ours. See, जो अनृत है, अनृत means unreal. So anatmani atma buddhi is adhyasa. This adhyasa which we have done because of vismriti, because of the forgetfulness of the fact that I am the self, I have unconsciously taken my body and other things to be the self, and this is unconsciously done. That is called adhyasa. I am not done deliberately. Deliberately doing means what? Then I purposely, knowingly I am forgetting or ignoring it. Then it is called, and then you can understand it's a conscious negligence. It's not a conscious negligence. That's why it's hard for people to accept it. I didn't know consciously, I'm not ignorant. I know that. Now, this adhyasa, therefore, is a situation where the individual does not even know that he or she is projecting a false idea about oneself, and because of which the suffering continues. Now, Vedanta, what it does is, it uses adhyaropa. Adi aropanam. This is a conscious superimposition. What is that? Panchakosha, Shariratraya, Ityadi. When it is explaining this, even Panchabhuta Vivek also. So all these are all given to us because of the predisposition of the adhyasa. Because I am considering myself as a deha, then it is called Annamaya Kosha, right? And I am doing I have a breathing, I am breathing. So what is this thing that is going on other than the body? Uska naam hai Pranamaya Kosha. So I am also thinking, uska naam hai Manomaya Kosha. So I am able to have ideas on that is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. I have great deep inclination for things, that is called Anandamaya Kosha. Yes, so these Panchakoshas are being taught. This is called deliberate superimposition. And having made the deliberate superimposition, it is like this. I see tomorrow when I wake up and then I'm ready to change my clothes, and I see my what I was wearing yesterday is dirty. Okay. Now I never went somewhere and put the dirt on my body. I didn't do that. It's already dirty. I didn't consciously do it, and nobody puts consciously any dirt on oneself. So I see the cloth is dirty. Now what do? I put a soap to clean it. उसका नाम है अध्यारोप. No, adhyaropa is you are putting one more dirt. But that adhyaropa, what does it do? Having put the deliberately you put one more thing and remove the previous one, also this one. The dirt also should go, soap also has to go. So when apavada takes place, apavada removes both adhyasa and adhyaropa. By saying, you are not the Annamaya Kosha, you are not the Pranamaya Kosha, you are not the Mano or Vijnanamaya Anandamaya Kosha, Atma Atma. In the Apavada Prapati, in that Apavada thing, in the Apavada, they bring in specifically the assertion and negation. What is it known as? What is not? Vyatireka. Vyatireka is a nivritti. It's not. The nivritti is done as apavada not only to remove the adhyaropa but also along with that the adhyasa. The anvaya is only done to prove that what you have done as unconscious superimposition as well as what Shastra has done as a deliberate superimposition, both are to be removed, and for which you need to use Anvaya and Vyatireka. To understand what is the reality, and through the Vyatireka you remove the unconscious superimposition called adhyasa and deliberate superimposition called adhyaropa. It is like this. When you go to a temple, there is a beautiful Shivalinga there, well decorated. You know that it is a consecrated stone. It's a consecrated stone. The consecration is adhyaropa. Because it's a stone only. It's originally stone. When it is brought from the, from the place where they have made that Shivalinga, it's only a stone. See, when the fellow is doing the chiseling, he doesn't know that it's Shiva. He knows that it's a stone. He brings it and shapes it only in the form of a Shivalinga. And then you bring it all the way from here, and then you do all the mantra japa, etc., and all the consecrated traditional rituals, and then you consciously bring the attitude of devotion, and thereupon you are starting to worship it as Shiva. This is that's called Nikrishta Vastuni Utkrishta Buddhihi Adhyaropa. That which is an insignificant material, you bring the concept of significance. Nikrishta Vastuni Utkrishta Buddhi. That is what is called Adhyaropa. That is necessary for you because that is for upasanaya. Upasana ke liye avashyak hai. It is important for that. In the same way, Vedanta brings a clarity in the already superimposed idea, notion that you have. In that there is a clarity. And the clarity is for what? To remove it afterwards. And when you removal, both adhyasa and adhyarabha, both will go. So what will remain is what is. Just like in the soap you put, that removes not only itself, along with that it removes the dirt also. What you get is what is original. Before that, the dirt was put on, the dirt happened, so called. I'm talking about the normal, with those who wear jeans, this has nothing to do with them. Jeans, they go with adhyasa, all right. जीन्स में है ऐसा ही, क्या करें, क्या कर सकता है. We'll see last few verses in the next class and we'll conclude that. And yeah, so and then we'll see. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So we will have class next Sunday as well. The following day we have the Mahashivaratri, 28th. And we'll see, once we finish the next class in the evening, then we'll decide when to take the chapter 3. We'll finish all the 15, don't worry. It'll take time.